Jai Shri Mataji, buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti a questa meditazione. Prima di tutto desideriamo ringraziare Shri Mataji per averci concesso la possibilità di celebrare in questa settimana l'anniversario dell'annuncio di Vishwa Nirmala Dharma che lei ha dato all'umanità il 18-19 gennaio 1985.
Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this meditation. First of all, we would like to thank Shri Mataji for giving us the opportunity to celebrate this week the anniversary of the announcement of Vishwa Nirmala Dharma that she gave to the humanity on 18th and 19th January 1985.
Abbiamo gioito di profonde meditazioni, un grande puja, ed oggi vorremmo proseguire nell'approfondimento del significato e della stabilizzazione dentro di noi di Vishwa Nirmala Dharma grazie ai suoi divini insegnamenti.
We enjoyed deep meditations, a great puja, and today also we would like to continue in this deepening of the meaning and establishing Vishwa Nirmala Dharma within us, thanks to her divine guidance.
Con questo sentimento di gratitudine nei nostri cuori, ci inchiniamo ai suoi divini piedi di loto, alziamo la nostra Kundalini e prendiamo Bandhan.
With this feeling of gratitude in our hearts, we bow down at her lotus divine feet, raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan.
Possiamo mettere la nostra attenzione nel Muladhara Chakra.
We bring our attention in the Muladhara Chakra.
Rendiamo omaggio al Signore Ganesha. chiedendo le sue benedizioni per stabilire con la sua purezza Vishwa Nirmala Dharma in ogni nostro chakra.
We render our salutations to Sri Ganesha, asking his blessings to establish with his purity Vishwa Nirmala Dharma in each of our chakras.
Diciamo mantra a Sri Nirmal Ganesh per 4 volte.
We say mantra to Sri Nirmal Ganesha 4 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Chiediamo ora le benedizioni di Sri Kartikeya. Preghiamo Sri Kartikeya, per favore distruggi ogni negatività che dentro ciascuno di noi impedisce di comprendere in modo chiaro il pieno significato di Vishwa Nirmala Dharma, in modo innato, autentico e genuino.
Now we ask the blessings of Sri Kartikeya. We pray, Sri Kartikeya, please destroy all the negativity within each of us that prevents us from having a clear understanding of the complete meaning of Vishwa Nirmala Dharma in an innate, authentic, and genuine way.
Diciamo mantra a Sri Kartikeya.
We say mantra to Sri Kartikeya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Mettiamo l'attenzione sulla madre Kundalini e recitiamo Ganesha Tarva Shirsham.
Now we put our attention on Mother Kundalini and recite Ganesha Tarva Shirsham. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi त्वमेव केवलं करतासि त्वमेव केवलं धरतासि त्वमेव केवलं हरतासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि आवा त्वं माम् अवावक्तारम् अवाश्रोतारम् अवादातारम् अवाधातारम् अवानुचनम् अवाशिष्यम् अवापश्चातात् अवापुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवादक्षिणातात् अवाचोर्ध्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मय त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममय त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वतो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वतस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो अनलो अनिलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णु स्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्र स्वमग्नि स्वं वायु स्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमा स्वं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवः स्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परातरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तरेण रुद्धम् एतत्तवमनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वाराश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादासन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिभिः निश्रद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्रणं मूषध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धनोलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणम् अच्युतम् आविर्भूतं सृष्टयादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं सः योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Ora portiamo l'attenzione nel Nabhi chakra e diciamo mantra Sri Lakshmi Vishnu.
Now let's put our attention in the Nabhi chakra and say mantra to Sri Lakshmi Vishnu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Vi chiediamo le benedizioni di Sri Lakshmi Vishnu per riempire le nostre coppe con la pura conoscenza divina per la nostra evoluzione spirituale.
Let us seek the blessings of Sri Lakshmi Vishnu to fill our cups with the pure divine knowledge for our spiritual evolution.
Diciamo ora i 24 nomi di Sri Vishnu.
We'll recite the 24 names of Sri Vishnu. Sri Keshava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Keshava Namo Namaha. Shri Narayana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Narayana Namo Namaha. Shri Madhava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Madhava Namo Namaha. Shri Govinda. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Govinda Namo Namaha. Shri Vishnu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnu Namo Namaha. Madhusudana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Madhusudana Namo Namaha. Shri Trivikrama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Trivikrama Namo Namaha. Shri Vamana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vamana Namo Namaha. Shri Sridhara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sridhara Namo Namaha. Shri Hrishikesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hrishikesha Namo Namaha. Shri Padmanabha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Padmanabha Namo Namaha. Shri Damodara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Damodara Namo Namaha. Shri Sankarshana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sankarshana Namo Namaha. Shri Vasudeva. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vasudeva Namo Namaha. Shri Pradyumna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pradyumna Namo Namaha. Shri Aniruddha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Aniruddha Namo Namaha. Shri Purushottama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Purushottama Namo Namaha. Shri Adhokshajaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adhokshajaya Namo Namaha. Shri Narasimha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Narasimha Namo Namaha. Shri Upendra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Upendra Namo Namaha. Shri Achyuta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Achyuta Namo Namaha. Shri Janardana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Janardana Namo Namaha. Shri Hara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hara Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Krishna Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Mettiamo l'attenzione sulla Sushumna Nadi e diciamo mantra Shri Mahalakshmi.
We put our attention on our Sushumna Nadi and say mantra to Shri Mahalakshmi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha.
Con la mano destra possiamo portare alcune volte la Kundalini dal Muladhara al Sahasrara.
With the right hand, we raise our Kundalini from Muladhara to Sahasrara a few times.
Shri Mahalakshmi, per favore, tienici al centro e fa che possiamo ascendere. Donaci l'equilibrio, il puro desiderio, la pura attenzione e la consapevolezza illuminata necessari per la nostra ascesa.
Shri Mahalakshmi, please keep us in the center and let us ascend. Please give us the balance, pure desire, pure attention, and enlightened awareness necessary for our ascent.
Fissiamo la nostra attenzione sopra il Sahasrara e assorbiamo il nettare divino dall'estratto del discorso di Sri Mataji tenuto in occasione di Sri Mahalakshmi Puja 1992.
Now we fix our attention on the Sahasrara and absorb the divine nectar from the excerpt of Sri Mataji's speech on Sri Mahalakshmi Puja 1992.
Mahalakshmi principle. You have to see that your physical being is alright, is normal, no problem. I'm not meaning the modern ways of looking at health, but that you should feel healthy and happy. You should feel that there's no problem with your physical being. But if you are a complaining type, I am here paining, I am paining there, then there's something wrong with you. This is the first criteria, that you are in the center. Then your attention should be more towards nature, how the nature is, how it is blossoming, how it is working out. It should be towards the sky, stars and things, just to enjoy all the creation that is around, just to enjoy it. That's an enjoyment which is really so surprisingly deep. When you see something beautiful, scene or something, you go to a very beautiful place, then a kind of a joy that pours in you from your sahasrara, that also you must experience. Also you must experience your thoughtless awareness. That is, when you look at something beautiful, you should suddenly become thoughtless. Just start seeing it. The whole joy will start pouring on you. Then another thing is that you should not differentiate between religions. You should not condemn any religion. But the people who are stupid and call themselves religious, they can be condemned because they are stupid. They have not followed the principle of religion at all. They are not realized souls, and that's what they are making a mistake. So that's all right. For example, churches can be condemned, but not Christ, not the Bible, not at all, never. So when you see to the roots, roots are all right. But now, as I said, that these flowers have been plucked by people, they are fighting. So you should never condemn any incarnation, any religion, any prophet. I mean, you will not condemn. It's not a question of I'm saying you don't do it. You will not just do it. You will respect all of them automatically, because now you are born into it. If you say are a Christian, you will respect Hindu scriptures. If you are a Hindu, you will respect an Islamic Quran. That has to be there. If it is not so, then please know that you are not yet a surgeon. There should be no malice about any religion whatsoever. No religion has done any wrong so far. It's the people who follow them in a wrong way, use it for money, use it for power, and also are stupid. For them, it's different. But for you, every religion is your own religion. So we cannot be fundamentalist. We cannot fight for fundamentalism. Vishwa Nirmala Dharma, which is based on the Mahalakshmi principle, is the essence of all the religions, the truth of all the religions. And we seek with our pursuits what are the common points in all these religions. We try to neutralize which are not common points and find out with our research pursuits that this one was not the correct thing, but is not in the religion. People are following like that. There are so many things you can find out. If in the Bible, if you remove Paul, you will cleanse most of it. If Paul is not there, I tell you, most of the Christianity can be cleansed out, because he started confessions, he started all this nonsense, he started making people feel guilty. I mean, and treating women as nothing. All Mr. Paul has done it, and he had no right to be there in the Bible because he never knew Christ. He was an epileptic, and he saw some cross means some sort of a, I don't know how far it is truth, but he said he saw a cross. So what? Seeing the cross doesn't mean you become the cross. Also, he wanted to jump on the platform. Nice platform is made, all right, for you, and he has powers, and he wants to have powers, so he jumps on the platform. Then he organizes Christianity. All his mistake. Never in the Bible is said, never Christ said that you should organize Christianity, nor has he said that you should confess or you should feel guilty. All the time he has been talking of forgiveness. In that short time also he has given the truth to us. But, if somebody wants to interpret, then it goes wrong. So another point of a Sahaja is, whatever I say, they don't have to interpret, they know it, exactly what I say. If they start interpreting, then there's something wrong with them. Their brains are not alright, they are not normal. You cannot interpret me. Whatever I say in a very simple English language. I do not use Shakespearean language or something like that. I modulated my standard of English up to the normal common people's language. And if you start interpreting it, that means something definitely very, very wrong with you. There's nothing to interpret. I am saying straightforward thing which need not be interpreted. This is a very important thing. But many Sahajogis who are half-baked, I should say, start interpreting because they think they have brains to interpret. You have no brains of that caliber that you can interpret. There are no interpretations. Whatever I have said it, and there is no need to interpret. This is one of the signs that you are not in the center. Either you have been possessed or you have become egoistical. So to keep yourself in the center, to be solidly Sahajogis, first of all, there should be no interpretations of what I say. If you think that I am meaning something else, you can write to me. But don't interpret and start a big organization against Sahaja. This is the greatest mistake that people do. I have told many people that you should not give lectures about Sahaja. Because once they start giving lectures, also sometimes they get into derailment. Either they get egoistical or they say things, as they say, out of their hats, which I have never said, which are not to be said. So unless and until you are a solid Sahajogi, I think you should not talk about Sahaja. Best is to give realization. Though you are half-baked, you can give realization. That's one point for sure. And those who will get will remain Sahajogis. I have seen people who have given realization to others are gone cases, while those whom they have given are perfect. Now, when somebody gives you the realization, he is not your guru by any chance. He is not your guru, and have no sort of a awe or an obligation towards that person who has given you realization. If you do that way, then the ego of that man won't go up. And you will have conditioning. You will always stand by that person, though he has done wrong, though he is absolutely not Sahajogi, you will stand by that person. With him, you also move to the direction in which he has moved. So in Mahalakshmi principle, one has to be careful, absolutely, to see where are we going. Now the group system starts also with the same. There's a big fraternity of booths, I must tell you. If you go to the left, all the leftists will join you. If you go to the right, all the rightists will join you. Then they'll fight among themselves and get out of it. Now for Sahajogis who believe in fighting back, in grouping back, they should know they have derailed. Maybe they were very intelligent. They thought they could do that, maybe. But none of them are above the divine intelligence. But when you start moving out of Mahalakshmi thing, you become like a common person, even worse than a common person, I would say. So then you are grabbed by the negative forces which are around us. Just like all others are grabbed, you are also grabbed. There are conditionings which also we should see, do we have. Say a Western person must see Western conditionings very clearly. What are these conditionings? Because we are seekers of truth. We do not belong to any country, we belong to the universe, Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. We do not belong to Australia, we do not belong to Brisbane. You see, this belonging becomes so small and so mean that ultimately it will become we belong to this street, and then we belong to this room, and we belong to this bathroom. Start going down so much. While it is Vishwa Nirmala Dharma, means it is a universal religion. We belong to the universe. We are part and parcel of the universe, not only belonging to one place or one location. We cannot. Now we have gone into eternal life. We have gone to something that is unlimited. So we belong to this universe. Once you realize that you belong to this universe, you should also know what conditionings are still sticking on to us from this country, from this culture, from this place, from this household, from this family. Like a little lotus that comes out of the mud, slowly it throws away all the mud that is sticking onto it. Ultimately it comes out the very clean flower. From the mud it gets to the water, cleanses itself, and comes out as a beautiful flower, absolutely fragrant. And then it spreads its fragrance all round so that that mud also gets fragrance. That's your job. That's what you have to be. Because you are not seeker of truth for yourself, but for the whole world, because you belong to Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. This Mahalakshmi principle is not for you alone, but it is for the whole world. And you have to give it to the whole world. So now we are here forming a new kind of a race, a new kind of a society, which is enlightened, which is standing on the truth and love. Of course, you must understand that there should be compassion. Look at that child. I got. That's another condition of the children here. They must do something to get hurt. It's very common. All the time they do things that will hurt them. They cannot sit quiet. It's very surprising. In India, you find children will sit quiet for 3 hours, 4 hours, as long as the pujas are. Now here the children are, I don't know, but I'm going to find out a solution for this. They just cannot keep quiet. And now in America, they are suffering from overactivity. It's a disease. It's a disease now. They don't know what to do with the overactive children. They are overactive. But I think I'll be able to find out some solution for that. But as far as you are concerned, you are your own solution. You can watch yourself. You want to be people who are spiritually very well equipped. For that equipment, you must see yourselves. Where are you? What are you doing? What's your style of life? A solid Saj Yogi or a Yogini, everyone knows all over the world. They are solid. Nothing can deter them. And you can also know about yourself. It's not that you cannot know. All of you can know yourself very well because now you are quite sensitive and you have your own centers enlightened by Mahalakshmi principle. The Kundalini has definitely enlightened your Mahalakshmi principle. So you can always make out what my chakras are, how are they catching, where are they catching. Instead of avoiding that, you just work it out. What's the problem? Where is the problem? Once you work it out, then you'll be surprised that as soon as your desire goes inward, the Kundalini itself will gush through and she will cleanse your chakras. As I was telling you, we do not know our powers. Only one thing you have to do is to desire. You have to desire that let my vibrations be alright, let my chakras be cleared out, let me be in the center, in the balance. Just you have to desire. I mean, it's such a simple thing to desire. But that also we cannot do. Our desires are something else, not what we have to be. Just you have to desire that let me be a clean Sahajogi. Let me be a solid Sahajogi. There are mediocres who can never be. I am not talking about them. But so many can be very high up, can be very high up in Sahajoga. But their desires are not yet being fully manifested. That is a damping effect of so many things I have told you. So, if supposing you have to catch the plane, then you don't get down on the way somewhere and stay out. In the same way, when your Kundalini has to rise, you can see everything that's happening, but keep yourself aloof because you have to reach your point, and that is through this Mahalakshmi principle. It's a principle that is so detached. It is the nourishing principle within us, which nourishes our centers, which nourishes our characters, which nourishes our religion. That is Vishwa Nirmala Dharma. It nourishes everything. It nourishes our brain, our intellect, everything it nourishes. This Mahalakshmi principle, above all, it is the balancing. It balances. If you are overdoing something, then it gives you a kind of a push. If you are not doing anything, again, it works in such a manner that it balances. So, this is the guiding factor for you, this Mahalakshmi principle, which works out. Everything you can say that is balancing, the equilibrium, and the wisdom. As the light of Mahalakshmi principle starts, the wisdom dawns upon you. But the greatest of all is the love. Love for God, love for truth. And you thrive on that love. Just you are there. I mean, I asked him, why so many are here? They said, for the puja. Why? It's a sign that you are great Sahajogas, that you are here because of puja, that you understand the value of puja and that you need the puja, that you enjoy because it is nourishing to you, is a very good thing, because that shows that you are very much there. You are very much understanding the importance of right things and you want to do it at any cost. All these desires are significant because they show that you are in the Mahalakshmi principle and you want to keep on that one. I would say there's a simple one that you can do, is just to be on my Kundalini. If you can, just try to be in my Kundalini, on my Kundalini. Just put attention. You can, all of you can. Any problem, just put your attention onto my Kundalini and you will be alright. You will just become thoughtless. Because there is no thought. This is the best way to do it, is to just solve all problems by putting attention on my Kundalini, and by that your ego will definitely dissolve. Because then you will know that Mother is doing everything, I am doing nothing, so why should I be proud of it? Also the conditionings will dissolve, because my Kundalini is absolutely pure. It's not attached to anyone. It's not even attached to Sahajoga. It's not attached to anyone. The job it has got to do is to nourish everything. If it can nourish, well and good. If it does not nourish, well and good. It depends on what do you want. You want to be nourished, all right, so the Kundalini is there. the Mahalakshmi principle is there, it will nourish you. But if you don't want, nobody is going to force you in any way. Nobody is going to jump on you or form some sort of a formidable operation. Nothing of that. It's just like a river Ganges, you can see, which is flowing. Now, if you want, you can fill up your pitchers. If you don't want, she's not going to enter into your pitchers. She's not going to come in your house and get into your pitchers. So there has to be a desire to get it, and that is what is called is bhakti. Bhakti is the desire, the devotion to get the joy of bhakti. It's such a beautiful thing. I wish I could do the bhakti to someone, but I can't do. Because I see you, when you are in bhakti, you just get lost into it. So much you enjoy. Such an enjoyable thing. Then you don't think, you just enjoy the bhakti. And that's what is the most coveted, highest state, where you are just one with the divine and just swimming in the ocean of joy. So this Mahalakshmi principle is to be preserved and has to be always watched and looked into. And the blessings of Mahalakshmi are so many that I tell you, I cannot even tell them in one lecture. I'll have to give at least 10 lectures. But you yourself know what are the blessings of this Mahalakshmi principle is. The greatest is the complete self-contentedness. Absolutely self-content. You don't want to grab something, you don't want to run after something. It's just self-content. You don't want any publicity, you don't want any comfort, nothing. You are comfortable in your spirit. This is the greatest blessing of this Mahalakshmi principle. And if that is so, then why not we look after our Mahalakshmi principle and forget about the rest. Last of all, when it enters into your brain, then the Virata is manifesting and you become collective. Absolutely collective. Such a beautiful thing is to be collective. There was a girl who went to Sicily and she was in a restaurant eating something alone, and then she looked at somebody else and that girl also looked at her, and this one got up and came to her and she said, they were not bearing badges. They said, have you been to Sri Mataji? Yes. Have you been? Yes. We are Sahajogis? Yes. And then they just embraced each other with such joy. In a far-fetched place somewhere in Sicily, in some restaurant, imagine. They just got lost. The feeling of oneness, the brotherhood, the friendship is so great and so joyous. You don't then consider from what country you are, from where do you come, what is the color of your skin, or what is the religion you had followed, what your parents are. You just enjoy meeting people. This friendship, this joy comes from the same Mahalakshmi principle when she enlightens your Sahasrara. In the Sahasrara you get this feeling of the whole. And the feeling of the whole is something so great. Individualism people talk, but it is against the principle of whole. Who do not know the whole, you see, talk of individualism. This individualism, which has worked all kinds of dangers for us now, we have to know that we are one with the whole. Of course we are individuals in the sense that we have different faces, different clothes, different living, different relationships, but we belong to the whole. And this Virata's feeling that we are part and parcel of the whole gives you complete peace and complete protection. You never feel that something can happen to you. No fear. Some accident will take place, all right, will take place, but nothing will happen to me. I am a surgeon. So many people have gained like this by allowing themselves to be completely looked after by this Mahalakshmi principle. Just surrender to the Mahalakshmi principle means that you give up your ego and you give up your conditionings. You give up both the things. Just surrendering to your Mahalakshmi principle. That's why Mahalakshmi is so important. May God bless you all.
Cantiamo 3 grandi mantra.
Let us sing the 3 great mantras. Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalaki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Ringraziamo Mataji dal nostro cuore per tutte le benedizioni che ha donato a noi e all'umanità intera.
We thank Mataji from the bottom of our hearts for all her blessings she has bestowed upon us and the whole humanity. Jai Shri
Jai Shri
Mataji.
Mataji. Possiamo alzare la nostra Kundalini, prendere Bandhan, fare Namaskar. Jai Shri Mataji.
Now we can raise our Kundalini, take Bandhan, and offer namaskar.